Okay, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another review of Life Tested for General Hospital, June 6, 2025. Okay, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's new episode down below. I said, look here. First things first. I said, Koday, I like that haircut. I was like, he looked the same, but he looked different at the same time. I was like, I like that haircut. That's the first thing. The second thing was, I said, look at Drew. I said, look at Drew back there mad. I said, is you mad or no, Drew? Is you mad or no? Looking at Michael and his family. I said, nobody invited you. Who told you to come? Who told you to come? And I said, that's exactly why they keep going back and forth or whatever, because people keep interfering. Nina did say finally to Drew that Michael and Willow should be able to decide for themselves and work out a compromise or something like that. I said exactly, but you can't say that Drew's the one that started all of this, because you reached out to the lawyer, I think, before Drew even knew about it. I might be wrong, but I think that she did. But yeah, okay, this was an okay episode, y'all. Hold on, who we gonna start with first? Let's see. Marley and Natalia. So Natalia was still at the police station, or whatever, because if you've seen the episode, she was drinking and driving or whatever. She was in there talking to herself, talking about some. I'm only here because I know Sonny. And the first I was like, girl, what they know you there because you was drinking. But then they showed the little ADA Turner lady asking her about Sonny. I said, these people ain't got nothing better to do than to be trying to take Sonny down. They've been trying this for a long time and it ain't worked yet. It hasn't worked yet. I was like, really? But yeah, like I said, with Molly and Natalia, she was talking to her about it. She realized who she was, and she was talking about the comments she made, and she told her Christina forgave her. So she ends up saying she's gonna let another ADA handle it. So that's when the other one came. Now, at first, I've been calling this lady DA Turner because I thought she was the DA. She ain't the DA. Excuse me. She's not the DA. She the ADA. So they both got the same job. But yeah, she trying to take Robert's job, y'all. She trying to take Robert's job. But yeah, at the end of the episode, she came in and 88 Turner said something about while we wait, let's talk about Sonny. I said, what she know about Sonny? I know she knew he was sick. I know she knew he had open heart surgery. She know also that Christina had a car accident, and she covered for her. But other than that, what else do she know? I don't think she know nothing else, do she? If I'm not mistaken, she might know something. I don't know. This is why you got to be careful who you have around you. Because even if they wouldn't use the information then, they'll use it later. But I was like, yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't know what else she knows aside from that. But yeah, I said, she ain't no good. She ain't no good. Hold on, let me see what that says. Uh-oh. I enjoyed the conversation between Sonny and Michael. He has a very supportive of him, but who knows who's going to win for. Yeah, exactly. Carly said on today's episode, she told Jason she think that Willow's not wrong, that she is going to, she is gonna get custody. Now I don't wrote down the spoilers, y'all. They dropped it. They released it. It says a shockwave hits the courtroom during Willow and Michael's custody hearing, and they said that Drew stoops to a new low. I said, well, he can't get no lower. He can't get no lower, can he? Somebody said that he was gonna pay off the judge. I mean, that would be real low or whatever. But I don't know what y'all think it's gonna be. But yeah, they say he stooped to a new low, so we'll see. Who we got next? Jordan Sitwell, Marco. I think they were just talking about Measure C and the fact that it's going in their favor, that Sonny losing, that he finna lose his peers. Marco had concerns because he was saying, like, you finna get ready to buy it. You trying to convince Sonny to buy it, so why would you want them to vote? And he was like, when he buys it or whatever, that's basically gonna send a message that Sonny's out the way, so they ain't got to worry about it. I said, and he waited till Jordan left, and he was like, okay, so what's your plan B? And at first I was like, he crooked too. But then he told him, he declined him about doing anything bad. He declined him about doing anything illegal or whatever. So I said, we still watching you, Marco. We still watching you. And then he mentions Lucas and he asked what that was about. He was like, he don't want to jeopardize nothing that's going on with him, but he still don't want no parts in Sewell's shady business. I said, somehow he gonna get involved. I said, the fact that you over here still talking about Sonny and you need a plan B and all this other stuff, yeah, you is gonna get involved down the line one way or another. And I got a comment. I got a question, y'all. With Cody and Molly, they was talking and I heard Britt. Did they say Britt? What was they talking about? I know at first they were talking about Sasha had the baby and everything, but I caught the last end of it. Did they say Britt? I had just seen on Google that they said that Britt is coming back, y'all. They said that Britt's supposed to be coming back. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if the lady. What was her name? What's her name? What is her name? I forgot her name. But yeah, they said she's supposed to be coming back. So I don't know if that means Rick coming back. I don't know if she's gonna have a twin. Y'all know how they be doing it. But yeah, what else happened with Jordan Silver and Marco? Let me see. I know they was talking about Sonny and how Sonny's not gonna leave so easily. How they tried to run him out of town for a long time and didn't succeed. I said, right, that means y'all need to stop. That means y'all need to stop. But yeah, they was talking about that. They started talking about Lucas and how he doesn't want to jeopardize. Natalia tried to call Marco, but he declined her call. So she ended up leaving him a message saying she at the police station or whatever, and she need him to come. Let me see. I already said Marco hosted what has a plan B or whatever, and they was talking about Sonny. Yeah, I think Sewell and Marco. Oh, Sewell told Marco that he want him to be his right hand man. That the offer is still on the table or whatever. So he's still trying to get him to join forces with him. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see what's next. Who next? Jason and 88 turn. I see this lady at this point. These folks be stalking these folks, just like Boyle Ezra over here with Laura. But at the same time, if you know that people watching you and your job is jeopardy, you got to use your common sense and stop meeting up with these folks. Everybody want to warn somebody. Laura want to run. Laura wants to warn Sonny. Anna want to warn Jason, or she warned Sonny as well on this episode. Well, yeah, Jason and Anna was still talking about the same thing of Dalton and all that. And this one, she just popped up. I know where she acted like she was running. I said she probably wasn't running. She probably just watching. She probably was just watching. So she ends up saying how suspicious it looked that they together, in private or whatever, but not really private because she found them obviously. But I was like, that's true. She ain't lie about that because I'm like, why? If y'all know y'all being watched, why then Anna went to another public place? I said, y'all pick and choose. Well, I tell y'all, they pick and choose. She went to the doggone hospital and told Sonny, hold on, I was about to cut off. She went to the hospital and warned Sonny that 88 Turner was after him, and he was like, I already know, or whatever. She was like, she don't know exactly, but she just know that she targeted him. Oh, I almost forgot. Anna told her she knows that she's trying to run a campaign and stuff like that, and she revealed that she's trying to get Robert Job. She's trying to get Robert Job or whatever. She was like, she feel like they need a DA that's actually in town. I said, true that though. I said, true that, because he gone. He done ran off with Holly and left. They don't sit up here and messed up with Sasha and Cody had going on just to have these folks leave town. But at the same time, I'm liking how Michael is with Sasha though. We'll see. The new Michael is doing good so far, y'all. Now, when they showed him talking to Willow, I think it was the scene when they was with the kids, and Wiley wanted Mommy to come with them. He wanted Willow to come with them. And Michael, what did he say? He said join us or something. But the way he said it, I was like, this man done went evil. I don't know, y'all. But people been speculating. They've been saying how Michael's gonna change, how the explosion changed him. So we'll see. But yeah, when he said he's gonna join us, but I was like, wait a minute, did he mean that or not? But I will say I like the little moment that they shared when they was watching what's the name? What is the name of the baby? Daisy. When they was watching Daisy or whatever. I think Willow, I don't know who had what kid, but either way it go, they were just standing there like one big happy family looking at the baby and smiling. And here comes Drew. He was mad. He looked mad. I said, look at your mad tail. That's what you get. Cause is they divorced yet? They ain't divorced yet, is they? But yeah, I said, this what you get standing up there mad. Look at you. And they said he finna do something, y'all. He finna do something. He's finna stoop to a new low. I also seen somebody saying that they think that it's gonna be involved with Daisy. Something's gonna happen in regards to Daisy, Sasha, and Michael, baby or whatever. But they do say that Drew's supposed to stoop to a new low, and that shockwaves are seen throughout the court or whatever. So I don't know what they finna reveal. The only thing I can say is that they give Willow full custody and the truth about Nina and Drew come out. Other than that, I don't see it. Ain't no other secret, is it? I don't think it's no other secret. But yeah, who else we got? Michael, Sasha, Sonny. Michael introduced Sonny to his granddaughter Daisy. Her name Daisy, y'all. And Sonny congratulates them, and they were just talking about that. They shared a moment. Then Sonny and Michael went out there. They was talking. Sonny ended up welcoming him back. I was like, I've been waiting on this. Because I wanted to see if Michael felt some type of way about Sonny because, that was meant for him. He got hurt because of him, but I guess not. I said, hey, how many times he going to get hurt? But yeah, they shared a nice little moment. Let me see. Let me scan these notes. Sonny welcomes the Michael bag. Who we got next? Felicia, Carly, Willow. Felicia and Carla would just talk about that she has a new granddaughter and how Bobby would feel or whatever. And then Felicia told Carla that she thinks that she should be thanking Willow. So she turned around, she told her thank you and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is going good. This is going good. Okay, everybody gonna make a compromise. We can move on from this storyline. Nope, because Willow was like, now that the truth is out there or whatever, and I was like, it ain't over. It ain't over. She was basically saying that now, that it's proven, it has been proven that Michael cheated first. He not only cheated first, but he got Sasha pregnant or whatever, that he gonna lose custody. I was like, here we go. I thought it was over. And Carla was still saying how, that's up for the judge to decide or whatever. Hold on. How, she hoping that, the kids end up somewhere safe. And I was like, come on now, it's about time for Willow to wake up. But yeah, during that moment, I was like, once she said that, she thanked her for, helping with Sasha with the baby and everything. I was like, okay, finally some progress. No, because everybody keep interfering. Oh, I forgot a part. Sonny said that now that everything's out there or whatever, and days have been born and stuff like that, do you think it's any room for a compromise? Because a smart man knows when it's time to compromise. And he looked like he was trying, but it's too late because Drew, as long as Drew is in her life, ain't no compromising. Then he confirmed to Nina that he's trying to move them out of town. She was like, what about what Willow wants? I said, she want whatever he want. Who else we got? Nina and Drew, she went there and he was saying, hold on, wait. Yeah, she went to his house. And I said, Willow never around when she should be. She don't never hear none of this. It's about time for it to come out. But Drew said he planned on telling Willow that Nina was the one who set him up. And he was over here talking about something. How could you do this to your own daughter? The way she walked in and thought I was cheating on her and all that. I said, shut up. But yeah, she was like, okay, if you do that, we both gonna lose her. Because I tell her that we was sleeping together. And he was like, yeah, we'll both lose her. Or she'll be mad at both of us. But you or whatever. And I said, he right, because all he got to do is say something to convince her that he's telling the truth, or, oh, it was a slip of judgment, something. She going to believe it. But yeah, that's what they were talking about. Then, I already said Nina threatens to tell Willow that they slept together. Drew he reveals that he planned on taking Willow and the kids to DC. He's hoping that there is no compromise, that she gets full custody now that it's proven that Michael cheated first. He said that as well, y'all. And she was like, don't you think that you should step back, or we should step back and allow them to decide? And then she was speaking on what Willow actually wants. And I said, y'all should have thought about that beforehand, before it got too far out of hand. I was saying that from the jump. I was like, everybody keep making decisions for both of them. I said, if they get together, well, not now, especially, but definitely not since she's so hypnotized by him. But other than that, before that, I was like, if they would have sit up there and talked it out, they would have reached a compromise. But everybody been interfering. Nino been interfering. Drew definitely been interfering. Carly been interfering. Everybody making decisions or whatever. So I was like, I don't know. But they said it's supposed to be something shocking happens at the hearing. I was like, at this point, I don't know. But hopefully by next Friday, this storyline will be over with. What else we got? Sasha and Cody. Cody ends up. That's when I seen Cody, y'all. I seen him. He was standing by the door. I said, Cody don't got a haircut. I said, looking good. I said, look. I was like, he looked the same, but he looked different at the same time. I said, I like that haircut, buddy. Okay. But yeah, he was just congratulating her, and he was saying how, looks like he owes Jason an apology. She's like, yes, you do. I said, right, because you gave him a hard time. You kept on. You went told. That's how Drew and found out in the first place, because you over here talking. But yeah, that's all they was talking about. So I thought Jason was going to walk up then, but he didn't. He came later, and that's when they was talking, and he was saying he happy for her and Michael. So does this mean that Michael actually gets a chance to be a part of his child life now? That's what it looked like. But she ends up telling him, she was like, I haven't ran it by Michael yet, but would you like to be Daisy's what's it called? Godfather? Yeah, Godfather, something like that. I said she chose wisely, because he definitely would show up and show out before he show up and show out for his own. I said he fits what they said. He fits the title. He definitely fits the title. But yeah, he agrees. I said yes. I said right on. What else happened? Curtis and Jordan. I said I don't think he should be confiding in his ex-wife about his current wife. But at the same time, like, she did give him good advice. She basically was telling him not to, give up too soon to fight. And I didn't write down Marshall. I didn't write down Marshall and Curtis. I thought about it because Curtis was telling Marshall how, he kind of regretting giving up so soon on Jordan. I said, you might as well regret it because they both over here was lying and Portia just keep lying. Oh, what they say about Portia, y'all? They said something's supposed to happen. Let me check these notes. What they say about Portia? Let me see. Um, I don't see it. I thought I wrote it down. They said something's supposed to happen with Portia next week. Dog. Hold on. Kai and Trina. Nope, I didn't write it down. I sure remember that. They said something's supposed to happen. I forgot what it was. But yeah. To finish, like I said, Marshall and Curtis was talking about the fact that Kai is speaking highly on Drew, and they worried about that. They was talking about look like he makes Trina happy or she happy with him. He said he noticed how Curtis and Portia been with each other, and he reveals that she been keeping a secret. She been lying to him or whatever, but he don't tell exactly what it is. So they was talking about that, and that's when he went to talking about giving up on Jordan too soon. He was like, maybe the second chance you should have gave Jordan, you should give to Portia or whatever. And I said, we'll see how that plays out. I'm just pressing all type of wrong buttons. Lord have mercy. Okay, where we stop? What else did they talk about? Let's see. Oh, I think they said something about Trina's a smart girl. She's gonna end up figuring things out. That's trouble in paradise or whatever. Let's see. What else? Natalia, they showed her. That's when she called Marco, but he didn't answer. Sasha and Carly. Sasha was trying to explain herself, but Carly was like, she understands, she gets it or whatever. But she was happy to see the baby and just know that she got another grandchild. Sasha and Nina. She told her, she too tired, she too exhausted, or whatever to be angry or hold grudges. So basically, it seemed like she forgave her because she confessed. Because first, Sasha was saying how, it's not your fault, Nina. It's Rick's fault. And she was like, no, I'm the one he told. And she's like, I had to. I know I love my daughter, but I love you too, or whatever. I said, dog, Nina don't never pay for nothing. She'll never pay for nothing. But yeah, I think the last thing she was like, so you telling me that you would be okay with Drew, with the kid, your grandkids being with Drew full time? And she just had this look on her face that we already know anyways, but that she don't agree with that. I said, right, because what he got going on? They have yet to reveal that. Because we know it ain't we don't know. He said he claimed he loved her. But I was about to say we don't know exactly what his plan is. We just know he keep trying to isolate her. And they said when they try to isolate you, it's a reason. It's a reason. So I'm wondering what that's about. But yeah, let's see. Jason and Carly. With Jason and Carly, she was asking him why he didn't tell, why didn't Michael tell? And he was like, he promised Michael, and Michael knew that you'll ruin things. You'll be too excited or something like that, and you'll expose it. And she was like, she get it though. And that's when they got to talking about whether or not Willow is right about her getting full custody. And Carla said, yeah, she agrees that she think that Willow is going to be the one to get full custody. And I said, I hope after all that she don't, that they split custody. But based on those spoilers, look like something finna happen, y'all. Who else we got? Anna and Sonny. I already basically said that she was telling him that 88 Turner is hunting him. She's going after him or whatever. Just trying to warn him. And she looking around and stuff. I said, they don't do no good. These folks still see you. They be over here trying to be discreet. I said, you ain't doing a good job. Everybody knows. But yeah, I think that's all that happened with them. I think she also mentioned that he had a new grandchild and they connected. He connected to Robert now and stuff like that. And the last thing we already talked about was Natalia, 88 Turner, how she questioned her about Sonny. And I was asking y'all if y'all knew if she knew anything else aside from that he had to have open heart surgery and stuff like that. I don't know. I can't remember nothing else. I might as well tell y'all about these spoilers before I go, but I'm gonna drop a separate video anyways. Let me see. It said Lucky says goodbye to Lulu. Drew stoops to a new low. Christina is inspired. Cody has a proposal for Carly. Elizabeth opens up to Lucas. Willow holds her ground. Laura is reunited. Isaiah makes an offer. Trina opens up to Ava. Tracy gives words of caution. Michael's news shocks Sonny, Carly, and Jason. Kai and Trina put their heads together. Isaiah sees Portia is distressed. Is that what it was? I thought it was something else. But yeah, Isaiah's supposed to see that Portia is distressed. Nina is on a warpath. Felicia accepts new mission. Shockwaves rip through the courtroom at Willow and Michael's hearing. Elizabeth helps a patient. Rick confesses. Ava gives an invitation. Alexis swallows her panic. Tracy challenges Alexis. Maxie tries to play peacemaker. The tension between Chase and Dante grows. Anna reflects on her past, and Marco is taken aback. That's all they got, y'all. But yeah, I'm about to drop a video on it anyways. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, this is Her Girls Today. A great weekend and be safe.